Okay, guys, welcome back to the Kingdoms and Castles Let's Play. Today is the episode 4 of the Let's Play. And if you haven't seen the previous episodes, go check them out for context for this video. But let's begin. So let's fast forward and go to times 3. Last episode we left off with actually kind of a food crisis, but we're kind of still in that kind of red zone of not having enough food. So I'm going to create a few more farmlands right at the beginning of this. To get more people working and just to get that food up. So I don't think we're gonna be using these small storages anymore. We're gonna switch to the granary, that large granary, and we're gonna put it probably right behind our small one, just because all our food's right here, all our wheat is gonna get stored in these. Yeah, the Great Famine has happened. Oh no. But hopefully these people will get fed when winter comes. So it's not a huge crisis, but like it's going to become a huge crisis. I want to do in this episode is expand our army and our defenses in that. So we'll add a little more towers and add a little more movable militias as well. But there's an interesting thing with militias. I think we found out on stream a couple months ago about about the armies is that once you've recruited peasants, they have no longer count up towards your population down here, and I think that still is around. So if we have like 14 militias that are all consisting of 16 by 16s, we can still have 280 people in our kingdom. We're not limited by these militias, so which is kind of weird and kind of cool. I think it's a glitch. I don't know what actually it is. It's just kind of a weird fact about these things. But I think we need to add more storage for our resources. So we're gonna go down to our stockpile because I've seen some of the resources being thrown out to the side of like the roads and stuff. So we're gonna find a neat little place for, I think actually right here will do. Not a lot of farmland right there. And this is I think it is 4 times bigger, both in space and in capacity than the small stockpiles. So this is going to help us. This is probably going to not be full for most of the playthrough, but it's going to be a central hub of resources. It's going to be kind of close to everything, any builder can grab from it. Can I place, the tower is not actually in a good spot. Crap. Anyway, we're going to, I think we're going to make another regiment. Here, we have enough people idle. We just had pretty much 21 people idle. So that should happen pretty fast. And I think we're also going to expand our housing down here. Well, no, we have a food crisis. I'm going to expand the farms again. More farms. I could add, so to boost farmland, what you can do is a few things. So you could add a windmill or a bakery. But a lot of people like windmills because they're an 8x8 area. So if I were to delete this farmland, it would cover all the farmland here. If I add right here, it would cover all the farmland around it. And that just boosts the productivity of that farmland. But also the baker does that. So if I come down here and grab the baker, this also makes more food and makes it more accessible to more areas. So if I were to put it right here next to buildings that don't have accessible food, they would get accessible food from the baker. But we're not going to add it right there. We're going to add it probably like right here. We're going to add 2. Because people are in desperate need of food. And I think we're also, moving up here, going to add a fishing hut. Or a couple fishing huts, at least. So let's go to our food. Here it is, fishing hut. And now, since you can only place fishing huts where there are fish. So you can't just place them out in the open ocean. You have to place them near fish. Or in their range. So you can see that the circle around it, that has to be a fish in its range. So we're going to put 2 down. And then, since not everyone's going to get able to get fish over here, we're also going to place down a fishmonger right here. Just to help with the transportation of the fish and the dispersion of fish. There we go. How's our food? Okay, yeah, we're definitely in the green now. We're definitely in the green. We're gonna add a few more houses. A pre-made edge section. Nice. Did we ran out of gold? No, we ran out of stone and wood. Oh, great. That's awesome. Means I'm using resources at a high capacity. Okay, we're gonna bring the road over. Bring the road over. And then we're gonna bring the road down into the stone right here. Just so we can eventually use it for more stone. And now since we have 2 regiments, I'm gonna put one more towards the houses area, so just so Vikings won't burn them down. Maybe. Like I'm thinking that Vikings won't land in this general area, but if they do, we'll be ready. Okay, we have a lot of gold, but we don't have a lot of stone or wood. So what I'm gonna do is actually make another forester. Around like right there. And I can make one right here. Yeah. Oh. Not fully staffed. Have I actually used all my people? I have. We've made it. Okay, so if this ever happens to you, where you don't have enough people working in a certain industry that you really need, like, working, what you can do is come down to job priority. Now, this is where you can change the priority of the jobs. So right now we have military training at the very bottom. So if we need people in our military and we need to hurry, we can drag this up and switch it with something else. But we need timber workers. Since we don't have a lot of timber workers, they're kind of the last job right now. We're gonna switch it up a little higher. And I think that is gonna be good. Yes, our miners, we don't need that many because we're still good on iron and our armaments. So that's going to really help with our wood. It's just bringing that up in job priority. And it's actually quite complicated. I actually didn't understand this when it first was there. I didn't know you could move these. You can. It's pretty nice. And I would always keep builders at the top. I wouldn't really change this, but I would change everything else in your need of workers. Okay, we have some Vikings coming. Just 3 Vikings, along with the dragon. Oh, this is the new type of dragon. So in this latest update, a new dragon was added. This kind of black dragon. And this guy will aim for your defenses more than anything else. Well, we still have Vikings though. That's kind of sad. Oh, we have about 5 regiments of Vikings. And I think one regiment should be good enough for this. We're gonna put him up here. And as you can see, he went right towards that, and it's already broken. That's not good. It's a good thing it's raining right now, actually. I think he's going to be able to destroy all of them. This is why we need more defenses, just because of this dragon. He's really, really powerful in a short, like a small little range. As you can see, I'm not really accustomed to this dragon. It's actually my first time seeing this dragon, which is quite interesting in my opinion. Now, where are the Vikings? Oh, the Vikings escaped with my gold. Darn. And I think we killed everything else. I think that was the one Viking that actually escaped. It's kind of sad. I think they killed our regiment. Darn. Yeah, they did. Okay, so I guess 3 is the limit for knights. I don't know if anything else is fixed, broken, so I'm going to quickly just... boom. And it just fixes everything automatically. Okay, how is our happiness because of that? Our taverns are too crowded. Okay, they don't care about the Viking rings, but they do care about drinking. My type of people. We're gonna place one right in the middle. This is why I like keeping this little single row open. You can place so many things in here that you might need. So, it's quite nice. But this one, if we want to put houses here, which I don't really want to, but it's kind of the similar size. It's not a 5 by, it's a, what is a 5 by 5? It's a 5 by 16, so it's quite nice. Never mind. That one might work. Besides this blacksmith, we might have to put a church right here so it doesn't make the happiness go down. Well, okay, we're gonna check out individual house happiness by clicking on this and check out like which ones are the happiest. But it looks like these ones are the least happiest, being dark orange or red. They really want different types of food like fish and pork and fruits. So what we can do to fix that problem is going down to our food section and picking the small market. Now this is going to help bring out foods in different areas. People are going to bring the foods to the small market and distribute them there. I can't even say the word now. Houses. Mind you, it is only a small market. There is the regular market, but we're not going to put that one down yet. Probably put it down when there's another section of houses. Which, now I don't like this road all that much, actually. I'm gonna change it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the 6th row, we go up. Net. There we go. Simple. And how's our wells? I know I just put some down. But I'm now curious on where there are. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. There's none down here, but I'm not really worried about those the iron mines. I can always rebuild them later. Okay, let's fix that tower. How much gold do we have? We have 170. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build some ballistas. Now, ballistas, I mentioned in last episode, don't do a great deal against the Vikings, but they do a massive amount of damage to dragons. And they're the most useful tool against dragons, is the damage they cause. So we're going to build a ballista here. Right on top. As you can see, its range is kind of massive. I think we're actually maxing it out at 4. No, actually, no. Okay, it goes all the way. It can go all the way out to this blue line right here. Couldn't see it at first, but it's pretty big. It covers almost our entire kingdom. And if you're wondering how to make towers bigger, you just add some walls next to it. So if I wanted to add another height to this tower, I'd put a wall here, and if I want to make this tower taller, I'd just upgrade this one, and you get it. Kind of weird process. When they first added it, it kind of was hard to play with because I was used to just building super tall towers that could hit anything in the map. Because they didn't have a limit. As you can see, this blue dotted line is the limit on how far it can shoot. That used to not be there. I think we might have to add another mason. A lot of buildings are broken, but once more Vikings invade, we're going to have to defend better. Okay, and I think we might want to add some more fruits. So we're going to add 2 here. And 1 right here. I'm going to increase that road all the way to there. Perfect. Everything comes back together. Everything's a loop. And I think we're just going to add 2 more fields here. Just make it nice. And then we're going to take the fruit storage, like right here. Grab it. There we go. We're going to add it right behind these guys. So it's not too far for them to go. And our health is going up with the addition of fish and pork. We haven't had any pork down, but the pork industry is kind of large. So if I go down to food and grab the swine herd, I don't know what I was reading for a second. It's a 2x3, kind of the same, similar to the church. And houses don't like being next to the swine herd. They don't like the smell, it says in game. So we're not going to really mess around with it right now, but we'll probably add it later. Because health is massive right now. Anyway, but let's go to happiness. So we're getting a -15 to recent plague infections. Now, we can't really stop plague infections, but we do have a hospital and a clinic. So we're going to hope on these 2 things no one dies. We're getting a lot of minuses, actually. Too many of our churches and libraries are crowded. Peasants are desperate for their filthiness. Oh, great. Okay, let's add a quick church. Oh, let's add a library and a church. Library, church down here. And I don't think we're going to use this for houses. We're going to use this one for houses. Now, I dreaded this moment. I dread this moment in every playthrough of this game. I hate the bathhouse. It is not a very... I don't like it. It's too massive, too big. It's right here. What do I need? I need a Nara. Where's the Nara? Here it is. Now, the Nara is the worst part about this, because we have to find fresh water. And I'm hoping it's like, oh, never mind, it's right here. That's actually quite nice. Sometimes it's like on the opposite side of your houses. It's like, why is it here? But we're gonna just add the Nara right here. Now, the Nara can do a lot of things, but we're gonna just use it for the bathhouse. I'm not too worried about the Nara. So we're gonna grab the bathhouse. As you can see, it has this super big range of effect. Once you reach about 1,000, you'll probably have 2 of these, and once you reach 3,000, you'll probably have 3. So it's quite a nice thing, but I just don't like the mechanic of it. We're gonna put it right next to our church, to bathe off the sins. Anyway, we're gonna grab the aqueduct. Now, this is how you're gonna kind of give water to the bathhouse. By connecting the Nara and the bathhouse with the aqueduct, you can do something. Oh, I don't have enough stone. I can only do 3. Great. That's not good. I need more stone. Good thing I built this. Let's get rid of this and grab the amazing house right next to it. Okay, but Vikings are coming. Let's look at them. They have 5 people. We're gonna grab another regiment, actually. That tower should really do damage on them. No, come back, come back, come back. You're not on the range tower. There we go, nice. Oh, the knight died. Okay, that was actually very successful. And the boats are leaving. That was really good. Okay, now we're gonna finish the aqueduct. Let's come here. And now we can almost get it all away. We're gonna place that for now. It's really, really expensive. It's more expensive than even walls, like stone walls. Which, in my opinion, makes sense because even in medieval, like realistic medieval times, aqueducts were important, but extremely costful to make. An additional thing with the Nara and bathhouse and the aqueducts is the reservoir. Now, the reservoir does an interesting thing. I don't ever use it really as a gameplay mechanic, but some people do. So the reservoir makes unfertile land fertile. It makes kind of this fertile land even like very fertile, but only in a limited range. And things are burning down in my kingdom. Okay, we had one of those dragons again. How's our gold doing? We don't have any stone because of our aqueduct. Great. Well, we have some more stone I could exploit, so let's do that. Then we're gonna bring it right here. Now I think we're using almost every stone, besides a couple. Using almost every stone. Oh, and people are wanting graveyards. So let's break one farm. Just place one right there. We'll use them for fertilizer. I'm gonna put a tower right here, a ballista tower. And hopefully I have enough gold for it. Oh, I definitely have a lot of gold. Okay. Yeah, like I said last episode, I would never really bring your tax rate above 30 or below 30. Unless your happiness is super, super low, then I would. Oh, the bathhouse is too crowded. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, since you might get that warning. So you might get the bathhouses are too crowded that people want more places to bathe. Just because it's not connected. I'd be very careful with this warning. It doesn't do the best implementation of telling you what's wrong. And of course, I'm one off. It's cost so much to make these. Why? Okay. But I think we're going to add another ballista tower. We're going to add one right over here. Actually, I think I can make that a top. Yeah, one taller. Now that should really be able to kill almost any dragon. Eventually, the Vikings will start bringing giants, and the giants will specifically attack buildings and or walls. So the ballista does a lot of damage to them as well. So we'll have to be smart about making those. Come on, you're almost there. Okay, let's move the army. Let's move the army over here. And then we're gonna make a couple others. Not fully staffed. Because it's not fully staffed, we're gonna go to the job priority. It's at the very bottom, and we're just gonna bring it to the top. Bring it a little higher. And I think with the bathhouse being made and done, I'm gonna end the episode here. And I'll see you guys on episode 5. It's coming out next week. I'll see you guys then.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!